What's better than beer, pimento cheese sandwiches, and National Picnic Day? Time to get your picnic on, y'all, because this is a true story. I suffer from picnics and perfection. It's not about the perfect spot, but it is about the perfect pimento. And today, on A True Story, I'll show you how to make it. The writer Somerset Maugham wrote, "There are few things so pleasant as a picnic lunch." It's not about perfection and the perfect spot, but it is about the pimento cheese. The picnic has not always been as carefree and as bucolic as you think it was. Pimento cheese starts with 8 ounces of extra sharp cheddar. First, we gotta grate it. I'm kind of afraid to use this now. The word picnic originated from French in 1649, meaning to pick up a small thing. Picnics were originally indoors. They didn't come into fashion outside until the 19th century and the early 20th century. In the early 1800s, in London, there was a picnic society, and each person was required to bring a dish and 6 bottles of wine. That's a lot of wine. In the 1800s, picnics were a raucous fare. In the 1860s, you get mayonnaise, luncheon on the grass. And picnics become a sensual, decadent fare. And then to this cheese, I switched to the blade attachment, and now we're gonna add the cream cheese. If I can open it. Now this cream cheese is softened to room temperature, so eventually picnics gain popularity in America, and it's kind of a raucous affair. And then I just kind of chunk this out. And to this, we need to add 1/2 cup of mayonnaise, and this is my homemade mayonnaise. And if you're not making mayonnaise at home, you should. If you want to know how, let me know. It's super easy to do. Now I'm going to also add some grated onion. You could use onion powder if you want, or garlic powder. Really, at this point, the seasoning is up to you, but I like grated onion, and I've got an onion. And I usually grate it until I smell kind of the whisper of onion. My hair is getting crazy. Now we need to mix this until it is smooth. You might need to press down with a spatula. And then just put the contents into a bowl and we'll mix in the pimentos. This is a 4-ounce jar of pimentos. We need to drain it before adding it to the mixture. First we need to open it. Yeah. So pretty. And then we just mix this to combine. Have a taste? It is rich. It needs a little pepper, but that's it. You could add salt if you want as well, but with all this cheese, I'm not going to. Now you can put this in the fridge covered for 2 to 12 hours or overnight just to let the flavors mingle, or you can use them immediately for sandwiches. It's really up to you. Now, on to assemble the sandwiches. This is a white sandwich bread. Nice. By the 1880s, picnics in America take on a raucous affair. Take Monmouth, Illinois as an example. On a moonlit night in the summer of 1886, a group of Monmouth businessmen were accompanied by 5 women who were not their wives. They had a picnic on the banks of the Cedar River. So these businessmen and these 5 young women are partying and drinking. A lot of beer is consumed, and there was skinny dipping. One of the women ended up unconscious, half-dressed, tied to a horse, and ran bareback through the town of Monmouth. It was quite the scandal. One of the participants of this midnight soiree was Howard Petit, a prominent business owner in the town of Monmouth. Such scandal would not be tolerated from the kind citizens of Monmouth, and so Howard Petit and his cronies were sent to trial for indecency and public drunkenness.
Please rise, court is now in session.
So what does Petit do? He lawyers up.
You plead guilty or not guilty?
The defendant is not guilty.
And the key witness, Bob Walters, was a 22-year-old former reform school student. Bob Walters insisted that he saw the unconscious woman gallivanting through the streets of Monmouth on horseback. But the lawyers had a field day with him.
I move we dismiss claim for damages on the grounds that those women were not—
Sir, you're out of order.
The lawyers tripped up Walter's testimony in all ways, and by the end of it, no one could really say what happened.
And the truth shall set you free.
And Petit and his cronies were found not guilty.
Not guilty.
But Bob Walters, the key witness, didn't fare so well. Bob Walters was a simple-minded man. Bob Walters, the key witness to the whole affair, ended up getting tried for perjury. He didn't have the lawyers that Petit had, ended up getting 3 years of hard labor in Joliet.
Is that justice?
When it comes to picnics, I prefer the Bernstein Bears.
Now you remember this spot, my dear. When we were young, we picnicked here. Papa, I do not like to complain. Your wonderful spot is next to a train. Where are we going now, Papa Bear? Is there another wonderful spot somewhere? Papa, this spot may be very fine, but look what it says on that big sign. Big picnic today.
Add a little apple pie. Henderson Luling. Some of my homemade orange soda. What do you like to put in your picnic baskets? Let me know. Do you think anyone will notice if I take a bite out of one of these? I just want to taste. Bring napkins. Really good. I like my pimento cheese sandwiches with a little tomato and lettuce because the pimento is pretty rich and that lettuce and tomato just cuts through it. This pimento cheese freezes really well. You can use it on crackers, on bread. You can use it as part of a charcuterie. They're great with pretzels. It makes great grilled cheese. You know a sandwich is good when you have to lick the wrapper. I'll save this half for the picnic. Well, there you have it. Pimento cheese sandwich on National Picnic Day. Another round? Thanks for watching. See you next time.
I feel great!